I remember we were on patrol in a small town called Cobia. I remember that day being pretty hot, and tensions were pretty high. I remember Gunny Fontecchio wanting to go on the patrol, mentioning it because he wanted something to do. He was so bored being on base. I never expected what was going to happen next that day. We were on the patrol, and the patrol had been split into two sticks. One stick was about a click away from us. All of a sudden, there was an explosion in the area where the other stick was, and there was just tons and tons of traffic coming over the radio, asking for a medevac. While I was hearing it, I was thinking to myself, which one of my guys was hit? Who was it, and how bad was it? A doc from another platoon was with him, and so I was thinking to myself, they're going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay. I remember looking around and noticing that no one was around in our area except just our platoon. Everybody had just gone indoors. Really eerie. All of a sudden, there was this big explosion, and it was about 100 feet away from us. After getting my bearing, I heard a shot ring out. You could hear it perfect. And then all of a sudden, you hear this scream, man down, and then I heard him, Doc, get up here. And you just get in that mode. I can't really explain it. It's just like muscle memory. While I was running, I was getting shot at myself. I could hear the shots ringing out. I could feel them. I could hear them snapping by my head. Everything was in slow motion. I wasn't afraid to die, at that moment. I was just afraid that I wasn't going to be able to save him. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to see my wife or my kids. After I got to him, he looked at me, and I looked at him. He just breathed his last breath, and that was it. He was gone. He was only about 18 years old, just right out of high school. I kind of came to, and I got him in the back of the Humvee. I tried to save him. I was doing CPR, pumping on his chest. And there was nothing. Lance Corporal Darlington, he was in the back of the Humvee, and he was trying to help me do CPR. At the same time, he was trying to man the 240 Golf because we were still getting shot at. Lance Corporal Sweet, he was driving, and he was screaming at me. He's like, save him, Doc, save him. It was so crazy. We finally got to the medevac site where the other platoon had been hit. One of the Marines told me that Gunny Fontecchio had got hit by the IED that had exploded. But he was going to be okay. I pulled Corporal Nice's body out of the Humvee onto the ground and continued doing CPR while I was waiting for the medevac to get there. After about 10 minutes, there was nothing. The Marines were standing around securing the area, and I'm in the middle of the road pumping on this guy's chest, and it's just nothing. And he was gone. There was nothing we could do. The medevac came over the radio and asked us, do we need a stretcher or a body bag? A chill ran down my spine. How do you answer a question like that? I remember saying, get me a bag. I'll never forget it till the day I die. After we got to base, I found out that Gunny didn't make it. And I just remember thinking, if only he would have stayed back, he'd still be alive today. My name is Adam Clarke, HM3 Clarke. The Marines used to call me Doc.